Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are joining us from. I'm super happy and excited that we get to finally do this. You know, I am Dr. Banita Jaman Prempe, the Executive Director of the Holistic Medic Network. And y'all know that anytime I put on my pills, it means that something is about to go down, isn't it? But I'm so happy today. I know today is a Monday. How was your Monday? How are you doing? Yeah. So thank you all for joining in. This is a very quick and short meeting, but we had to bring this out here because amazing things are going on behind the scenes for the Holistic Medic Network, and we have to share it with the world. We have to let the world know that so many amazing things are going on, and we want a lot of people to benefit from this, right? If you are joining in and you can hear me from YouTube, I want you to drop a comment. Just drop a comment. Let me know you can hear me loud and clear. Drop a comment. Drop a comment. Can I get a comment? Just drop a comment. Let me know you can hear me. Okay. Hi, I see you, Miss Akia. I'm hoping to see you via our StreamYard account as well. Okay. 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 Sorry, I think I was muted at a point. Okay. Had I been muted throughout? Was I muted throughout? Okay. So just a bit of a recap. So I was saying that this is the Holistic Medic Network, and it's an initiative of the Holistic Medic Network is put together to help health professionals and students in the health space to live a well-balanced life, right? Our motto is single. We believe that health professionals and students in the health space are not supposed to be one-dimensional. There are so many other aspects of our lives that we can actually live out there for people to benefit. For as many of you that joined Changemaker series yesterday, right? No, it was on Saturday, 2 days ago. It was amazing. And I left this flyer up there because I wanted you to see the amazing ladies that we had on Saturday. It was such an amazing time of redefinition of purpose, a time where we got to actually know that health professionals can do more. And today, the Holistic Medic Network is here again with something different. So, as a subsidiary of the Holistic Medic Network, we have Holistic Medic Skills Training Academy, Homestar, where we train individuals to be able to gain high in demand skills to make their lives more profitable, to live that impact life that we are thinking about. We believe that as we develop our local setting, we are building ourselves for the international platforms. So, this is what we are all about, and we are always excited to come your way. Okay, so just a bit of a background history, if I should call it, before I start bringing up our graduates for today. So, Holistic Medic Skills Training Academy, which is Homestar, started this year, January 2025. And our very first skills training was in the area of affiliate marketing. So, we trained 60 individuals to be able to harness their skills in marketing, in sales, in negotiation. And if you know if it's something that you really want to be a part of, then just send us a DM. Just DM me on LinkedIn and let's get talking. Or just drop in the comments affiliate marketing AM. Just drop AM in the comments and we are going to just reach out to you and have the conversation. So we have 60 amazing individuals go through the training to learn how to, as some, even though others may not see the need for some of these things, but this training was not just focused on the fact that we wanted them to earn a side income. It was the knowledge base that helped them. This week I got a message from one of our trainings about how she applied I told them the Lucifer sales pitch, right? That was one course that I personally trained the participants on, and she applied it and she was like, it works. So Dr. Benes, get ready, I'm going to surprise you one of these days, so these are things that we teach practically, because I personally am an affiliate marketer. So I just don't teach the head knowledge, right? See how I'm saying so many things at the same time. Oh my God. Yeah, I just don't teach the head knowledge. They are practical things that I put out there for individuals to equally learn, right? So that is what we've been doing. And this is our second skills training, which is all about money, making the money rain, right? And I have enjoyed every single bit of this cohort. And I know that our amazing participants coming up very soon are going to share similar stories about that. So this training started last week, Monday, and we had 5 intensive sessions, a practical session. And today we are here to graduate them. You may wonder why we call it phase 1. Because the money-making journey, the financial stability, financial freedom journey doesn't just end here, right? It keeps continuing for life. So we are going to follow up all our participants to make sure that every single thing that has been taught is being put to practice. So this is why we're calling it phase 1. And this training couldn't have been possible without the ever amazing, sweet, and I wanted to add something, but maybe we'll say it behind the scenes. This lady is amazing. She's good at what she does. She knows what she's doing, right? And she's Miss Ekia Boatma Danson. And giving all the joy and excitement, I want you to welcome our most able trainer. I bring her up the stage before I bring our participants. So, Miss Ekia, if you can hear me, you are up.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm coming back. Good evening. Unfortunately, I'm coming back from another workshop, so my lights. Oh, sorry, my alarm to remind me to drink water. My lights in the car is not the best. I'm really, really sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm coming from. We didn't close on time. So, firstly, I really enjoyed this session. Everybody, I genuinely enjoy what I do. So when I see the difference in people, I'm like, oh, this is actually really good. And when people get to the point where they also find what I do, like they understand the basics, it's just so nice for me. And like actually actively start working on it, start practicing what we have learned. I'm always so excited, especially when you can see the difference. Because with my field, you can actively see the difference between the person's face when they don't understand and when they understand. Like it's in their face. You can actively see. So being that sees that is honestly, I enjoy my work. I feel like today I've said it so many times. Like even in the workshop that I had today, that I really, really enjoy my work because I can see the difference and I can see money affects every single aspect of your life. When you get your money right, it affects every single aspect. It even aids the kind of peace that you have. So I'm grateful. I'm very grateful to have joined this. Thank you, Dr. Bernice. Thank you, Holistic Medics series. This was amazing. I can't wait for our next cohort. I really cannot wait for our next cohort because it's going to be bigger and then better. I'm so glad that everybody has, because I remember the names. I remember Kafui. I remember the names. But today I have to learn so many people's names. So it has disappeared to me. But please feel free to reach out if you need any help. I'm always available. And I know Dr. Bernice is going to do maybe a second one, not just for big, because right now people are no longer beginners, but maybe like intermediate, and then I'll be here. Dr. Bernice, I'll be here. Oh, I'll be here. Have you heard? So, yeah, thank you. I really pray that everybody actively practices what they have learned and know that you know enough to start. You know more than the average person. You understand the basics. Not a lot of people can actually say that. So just do it and enjoy it. The beauty of life is we never figure things out. We are
Mm,
constantly figuring things out because we are constantly changing, we are constantly being in new situations, being new people, and experiencing different things. So that's the beauty of life. You never have anything fully figured out. You live your life continually figuring things out and blooming into the beautiful flower that you are supposed to be. So give yourself grace. That is how your finances also works. You constantly, because you are going to be a different person in a year, and the things you might need financially will be different. In fact, even in the next
mm.
6 months, because I know you are practicing what we have learned. So you're going to need different things, and you're going to give yourself the grace to do it. So again, thank you very much. As we are graduating today, thank you so much, and have a good graduation. Back to you, Dr. Bennett. Hi,
Thank
Kafui. Hi, John.
you. Beautiful. I can
Hello.
see we've been joined by two of our amazing participants, right? We have 15 participants in all for our cohort one. And if you are here and you want to be part of our next cohort, just drop cohort two, cohort two in the comments. And you definitely see our flyer circulating in due time when the cohort two is set to be up. And just as Ms. Ekia said, she has added a new touch to it, right? You need to start thinking about beginner level, intermediates, and experts. Yeah, so we would like to just hear from some of our participants as to how the journey was, the experience. So I see Kafi has unmuted, so I'm going to let you take the lead. Over to you, Kafi.
All right. Hi everyone. Dr. Bennett, I'm supposed to like give from the beginning or just what my experience has been.
Every single thing.
Oh,
Every
okay.
open to this.
All right. So I actually enjoyed being a part of this program. Initially, I was hesitant to join in because I was like, I'm probably going to hear things I've heard over and over again, and I'm not going to put them into practice. So what's the use? But then I joined on the first day. The first day, I think that was when we were breaking some money myths. I think the most important thing I learned from then was that you need to have a money mindset. And it's very important that you understand that you start wherever you are. So you start small, you start with whatever you have. You don't need to get a huge amount before you decide to start putting your like finances in good shape. So I enjoyed that session. And then after that, we started going deeper, budgeting, investments, saving, debt management. And I can say that I learned so much. I've budgeted a few times before, but not as I have budgeted now. Like I took in account every single thing, even water, like the littlest thing you can think of. Um, I'm learning to budget everything, track my expenses on a daily basis. Then most importantly, investments and then the emergency fund. I realized how important that was because, things happen in life and you don't have a steady source of income or you need to spend so much probably at the hospital, get something for family and all that. But when you have an emergency fund, it makes everything easier. So I think this has been a very educative journey. I've learned so much that I need to apply to my daily life. And then one other thing that was an eye opener was on wealth management and how we need to build up wealth for our kids. So you don't necessarily have to wait for your child is 17 years old before you're like, I need to buy a car for him or I need to do this for him. But then as soon as you give birth, or even before you give birth, you can start putting down little amounts of money, regardless of how little it is, into a savings account that has some good interest rates. And then by the time your child is grown, you have so much for them. And after your children, you can even extend it to your nieces, your nephews, your grandchildren, and all that. So it has been a very insightful course for me, and I think it's made so much of a difference in my life and my mindset with how money works and how I need to put my money to good use. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Congrats, congrats. And I always say that the beauty of all this is the transformation that happens. Who you were before and who you are now. I always tell people that if you go for any program, any conference, and you want to really assess if it's made any impact, whether in your mindset, in your living, just ask yourself, what did I know before and what do I know now? That can make a whole lot of difference. It can actually change so many things if you actually get to put into perspective two things. It was deep. You know how Ghanaians, okay, not Ghanaians, but a lot of people are. It was deep. When we go for a program, that's all. It was deep. Okay, what was deep? And in like weeks to come, months to come, they don't remember any single thing about that particular program they attended or the course they took or the training they had, right? So these important things you have mentioned for the training, I believe, are key. I always said that. I remember the Friday session on the sustainability. I was like, this is amazing, because a lot of people do not think about what they are leaving behind for their children. And if you are wondering how to go about that, then you need to be an alcohol. So we are not going to spill all the beans here. We are just telling you what we had, just to just ginger you up for what is coming up next in alcohol too. Okay, so John, if you can hear me, can you also share your experiences, your lessons, your take homes with us during these 5 days?
Okay, Dr. Benes. Hello. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So first of all, I'd like to thank the Holistic Medic Network for organizing such a wonderful training section. We are always working for money. We're always working to make more money, but then the knowledge on how to manage our money is a little bit on the downside. So I like to use this opportunity, and I'm very grateful for Dr. Benis and his team for such a wonderful training. So yeah, initially I had my doubts though, because yeah, the money aspect. Me, I'm very particular about my money, how I buy things, payment of other stuff, and so on. So when the money aspect came that we have to pay for the trainer, I was like, hey, Asemaba. So yeah, but later onwards, I decided that investing in myself is will be far more productive and be more will be more good better for me if I'm able to use my money to invest myself than to use it to buy food or to go out with friends. So yeah, I got a change in mindset. The Holy Spirit touched my heart to join the training. So yeah, I paid for the training, and so far it has been a wonderful learning experience. Got to learn that money starts in the mind. So if you are thinking right about money, you'll be able to make more money as you want to make. So if you think right, you'll be able to manage your money also very well. And it reminds me of this book that I chanced upon somewhere, Think and Grow Rich. So
Mm,
the money starts in the mind. So if you are able to think the right thoughts, if you're able to have the right management practices, you'll be able to manage your money very well. So we learned about budgeting. I learned the various ways to budget, the 50, 30, 20 rule, and so forth. I also learned that whenever I get money I should learn to pay myself first. So whenever I get any money, I should try to save some of the money. So that's the way of me paying myself first. And also learn some strategies for emergency funds. Also, it's very important that I separate some of the money for an emergency fund in case of any unforeseen future event that I may not be able to. The unforeseen emergency events that I may not have the money to use. So that's why we should create emergency fund. And then also learn some about some investment strategies, the bonds, mutual funds. Oh, it was a very wonderful experience. But one thing that stuck with me was the fact that you mentioned that we should start little. We don't have to. For instance, I wanted to wait for a while when I start working. Then I try to apply all these. You mentioned that we should start small, the little that we have. So we should learn to budget with the little that we have. We should learn also about good saving methods, that whenever we get money, we should pay ourselves first before we think about allocating or distributing other funds to other needs that will come our way. So yeah, I thank you, Dr. Venice, for such a wonderful program. Thank you.
thank you too. Glad you mentioned it, because I'm going to touch on it again. And it's so important that every single person listening now and would listen in the future, definitely would listen in the future, gets to know that you don't have to wait till you're getting the millions to learn how to save and budget. Because if you couldn't do it with the little, you can't do it with the much. And it's as simple as that. You need to learn how to take care of the little, how to be able to handle the little. Then you'll be given much. You understand? So if you are a student, don't say that I've been there before. When I was a student, I never did anything about investments. I never invested anything, like, especially during my preclinical years, until I started business and I started investing in my own business. But before that, I was just like, my money, I'll keep something in an envelope and put it under my suitcase. Or I've hidden some somewhere. And this money would just be there collecting nothing. Whereas if I even kept, let's say, half of that in probably a high yield interest account or savings account, probably by the time I'd finished with my preclinical years, I would have had something. You understand? I would have had something somewhere. So if you're a student and you're listening, don't wait to get the masses, to get like everything. Start from the little. Start how to manage the little you have. Start learning how to invest the little you have, so that as you begin your, you actually itch to begin like professional working life to get salary and all that, because you knew how to manage it. I was so excited the first time I was going to take like an official salary. I'm saying official because of course you do business and other things, but it's your own business. But to get someone paying you externally, I itched to hear, to wait for that period, because I knew that okay, I wanted to get a certain amount of money to do something else, and to see that's coming aside what you've already been doing, it's something that's always a lifesaver. So it's super important to keep this in mind. If you are here and you're a student, do not let this pass you by. Okay, join in, learn, grow, build your money from now. Okay. Sanima is here with us. Hi, Sanima, if you can hear me and you're ready to share. Hello.
Hello, Dr. Venice.
Hi, I know my girl always bring her glow. How are you?
I'm doing very well, and good evening to everyone listening.
I'm good. Well, so we are just sharing our experiences for the entire cohort, the entire
Hmm.
what stuck out to you, what the you before, the you after. How has that been?
Okay, so once again, good evening to everyone listening, and I'm very, very grateful to be here. And my experience with the Money Accelerator, I would say it's been amazing. It's been insightful as well because I just had my money on me, right? But I wasn't very intentional about it. So all I knew about money handling was saving. It would just be my account, nothing is adding, and I'm always complaining that. So what do I do to make it at least increase while it's resting? Even after I think the affiliate marketing, I had interesting ideas. I started working towards to increase my income, but how to make it um more like increase while it's even resting is what encouraged me to join this whole cohort. And I'm very, very grateful because I've learned so much. I've learned about treasury bills, mutual funds, and high risk, low risk, and moderate risk individuals as well. So it's been fun so far, and I would really want to encourage everyone who is listening right now. I know that you didn't tell us to come and even talk about it, that we should advertise or anything like that, but it's something that I have even told my friends about. I have to advertise and say that it's been an amazing experience. And to everyone listening, if you want to really get hold of your finances, if you want to improve in the way you handle money, I think that you should really join. I hope that there will be another more like another cohort so that other people can join as well. So it's been an amazing experience. I wasn't able to join mostly online, but whenever I return from whatever I'm doing, I make sure that I listen to the previous day's audio. So there is like a free video for you to watch, even if you don't join at the set time of the meeting. So it can fit everyone's schedule. So everyone is invited to join. Thank you.
Thank you. This advertisement is proudly sponsored by Sanima Hawani. Thank you so much, and I'm glad you gained that much, right? And I'm also excited because I remember Was it a day two when we're asking those who track their expenses? I know you. I found you wanting, but I'm
Yes.
glad things have changed. And thank you for spreading it across your friends. Of course, there's definitely going to be a cohort two. I
Yeah.
know
Okay.
a lot of people cohort two of affiliate marketing already, but we will still talk about that. But I think definitely there has to be cohort two of this because it's so fundamental and it's so important to this whole journey. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us.
Thank you.
Okay, beautiful. So yeah, as she said, definitely cohort two be coming up. The date would be communicated, but yeah, just be expectant. Be expectant, and we are definitely going to add on. I always say that one experience actually gives you a very good idea about what to do next, what to better. Even for people who have personally been in my LinkedIn Elevation Bootcamp, I've had people join like three different cohorts because you know that every cohort is different. You won't come in one course and say, oh, it was the same thing. You realize that you keep learning something new, something is being added, something is being improved on. And our Money Accelerator Bootcamp is definitely going to be same. I have here Dr. Xiao joining in as well. So if you can hear me and you also want to share your experiences, we'll be glad to hear from you. Okay, so whilst we wait to hear from Xiao, so most often I think the question I get from a lot of people is, okay, after going to the training, do I get any certificate? And how important is a certificate that what am I going to use for anything? And I want you to know that Holistic Medic Network is registered, right? This is officially registered. Is the things you do, they are legal, right? There is a registered organization. So if you are issued a certificate to that effect, it's not like, oh, you just went for any training and they've given you a certificate. It doesn't matter. If you go for any program or even on your CV, you want to put it there that you went through this training, this organization is legally recognized. Yes, so it applies definitely for that. Or you go anywhere and you're having maybe a financial talk, or they need somebody with a certain level of financial acumen, and you want to say that, oh, I've gone through a boot camp before where I was so and so and so and so, and you want evidence to show for it. Yes, and our training, our network is recognized by the law. We have certificates and everything to back what we do, so it's no shenanigans. Yeah. Okay, Xiao, can you hear me now? At any point you're able to get your network on, you can just unmute and get going. Okay, so whilst I'm
Yeah, Dennis, I can hear you.
so, so so that's the lessons that stuck with you.
Okay. So thank you once again for the opportunity. I also want to thank the Holistic Medic Network. This was a very inspiring session for me. I think before the session started, I was learning something a bit on, I think, procrastination. And I think one thing I learned was that if you really want to do something, don't put it off. Just do that thing at that time. Don't put it off because you put it off, like the best way to start something, you remember the thing, just do it. So I think what Miss Ikia was sharing during the sessions kept on resonating with what I had learned in the previous week, in that oftentimes we tend to postpone things. I've seen this investment opportunity. Everybody's talking about this on social media. I go and read on it. I go and make my research. But then I'm like, okay, you let me hold on. Let me get this money first. But you keep on putting it off. You keep on putting it off. It will go over months into years, and you would have not made that bold step. You would have not made that investment. Are you getting it? So sometimes I think one of the biggest hindrances to our financial freedom is we are scared. I understand we are scared of the times and the seasons and everything, but that thing you've been putting off for months, you've been putting off for years, is doing you a great disservice, it's doing you a great damage. So I think another thing for this boot camp was that Miss Ikia really took her time to explain everything. She didn't use big English, like is a whole financial concept, and she has broken it down to like basic, like you should understand it. Oh, if we are adding one plus one and making it, like it was so basic, like the layman should be able to understand whatever went on. I guess, and that was one thing that I was really happy about because, I mean, if it was a doctor who was coming to give us some lecture or seminar, he begin bringing all the big English and all that. But Miss Ekia really took her time and I really loved the sessions. Not gonna lie, I loved everything. I loved the investments aspect. I loved the budgeting, like so big on the budgeting, like budget everything so that you know where your money is flowing to. Yes, and I think I really enjoyed this whole boot camp. So it was a very nice experience for me. Thank you to the Holistic Medic Network.
Thank you, Dr. Siam. Thank you so much for joining in, and thank you for being part of this and sharing your experiences as well. Yes, if Miss Ekia is not your financial coach, then you have to rethink it because I was always talk about the ECG issues, but despite all the restrictions and all the issues she had, she was still on board, making sure that every session was beautiful, every session was beautifully catered for. And I really can't thank her enough for making this a success. I want to say a big thank you as we get close wrapping up to every single person who made this work, right? Right from our trainer, Miss Ekia Boatmadas. If you want to connect with her, you can reach out to her on LinkedIn. She's very active on TikTok as well. She has amazing, like she's a TikTok star. People don't go joke with her. So reach out to her on TikTok as well. You're definitely going to see her links and all that in the description. Reach out to her. She has one-on-one training session, and she has an amazing training coming, a workshop coming up as well. Very affordable actually. You're not here right now. I think all slots will be closed. So just try and reach out to her and see if maybe our slots available. And yeah, just get in. She also does some of these trainings for organizations. So probably if you in your organization you want to have a financial seminar or something, you can definitely reach out to her and she will certainly be there to help. So yeah, thank you so much. And I personally want to end with this one thing that Miss Ekia said that stuck out so much to me, that you cannot be broke in your dreams, right? Even if right now you don't have all the money, in your dream life, that place you can't go broke. You cannot be broke in your dreams. Dream as high, as wide, as deep. Like just keep dreaming. But the most important thing I always thought, but you can build all the castles in the air. Just make sure that you make the foundation to support them. Have all the castles in the air, but just get the foundations to support them. Have all the dreams, but make sure you are taking the steps. Right? She said something on our very first day that how do you want 5, 10 years from now? How do you want your typical Monday to look like? So everything you are doing now is because you have that in mind. In the next 5 years, you want to wake up by some nice beach, be sitting in a certain yacht, right? So what are you doing now? Okay, and you do that with a purpose in mind, like when we spoke about saving with a purpose or an intent in mind. You want to buy a car, go out there, ask the price of the car. That's even a step of faith. If they tell you, okay, the car is like 500,000, so ask yourself, when do I want to get a car? Maybe you tell yourself I want to get a car in 2030. So from now to 2030, averagely have 5 years, right? So you break it down, 5 years, you have 12 months, that's 60 months in all. How much are you going to put aside? Or you can just even divide the 500,000 by the 60 months, and so you get to have an idea how much you have to put aside on a monthly basis to be able to get there. So by the time you get to the 5 years from now, you know you're getting the car. It's not juju money, it's not anything, because you plan for it, right? And these are some of the most important things that we need to get. A lot of people have no idea. You're not taking charge of your finances. Right now, I'm hitting you hard. You're not taking charge of your finances in any way. Like, you're not doing anything. But money is such a central commodity in every single thing. Like, money is so central. Money is so important. Everything you do is about money. You're going to be utilized. You utilize money now. You're going to utilize money, and you will forever utilize money. So why do you not learn about something that is as central and as important to our everyday living? Why are we just leaving our money to chance? If you leave your money to chance, that's the same way your financial stability will be left to chance. But we deserve that life. We all deserve that soft life. We deserve that experience from our family. Personally, when I ventured into entrepreneurship, I told myself that I deserve that life. I deserve to give my family that life, and I want to give it to them now that they have that. Don't want my parents or my siblings, their teeth cannot chew all the bones, and we cannot go out to chew. Now that they have the strength, I have to do my best to give them that life, and that is what you have to keep in your mind. I don't know what your purpose is. I don't know what your vision is. Whatever it is yours. Own it. Don't say that it is silly, right? If you feel that you want to, by the time your parents hit 60, you want them to travel outside Ghana, and somebody who says, yeah, see, if you take you outside Ghana to go and chill, and I want you go, you go. So whatever it is, that makes sense for you. So far as it is legit, and so far as you know that it's not something against your faith and your values, plan for it, dream towards it, and work at it, and it's going to be possible. So thank you all once again for joining. I want to say a big thank you to Dr. Fenihas Nkrumah and Miss Persis, and also all our coordinators for making this possible, for working behind the scenes, bringing ideas together. And of course, my amazing, ever lovely designer, Mr. Gideon Novo, for the beautiful flyer you are seeing up on the top right corner of your screen. He designs almost like all our flyers for Homeless. So you want to reach out to him, do well to just search him up, Gideon Novo, Norvor, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. Yes, make sure you reach out to him as well. So, Mr. Kia, as always, we want to take, if you have any last words for us before we sign off, we'd like to hear from you. Hello, Kia.
Oh, sorry. I'm still in transit. Can you please say that again?
Yeah, I was asking if you have any last words before we sign off.
Right now, no.
Okay.
My workshop actually was.
Pardon me?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
I didn't get you.
Hello?
Please go ahead now.
Yes, I was saying that, for my workshop, I'm done with the first cohort. So I did it last weekend. So I'm like, the weekend I just ended. So if you want to sign up for the second cohort, that's also available.
Okay. When is it scheduled to start for those who may want to get those information?
Can you hear me? Yeah, I think because I'm moving, network is not the best. Yeah. So I don't see a lot. So thank you very much.
Okay. I wanted to find out if someone wants to join cohort 2, when is it scheduled to start?
I can just send the link to them. It's scheduled to start on Saturday, the first Saturday of next month. So it's going to be the first Saturday of next month. So that weekend, that's when we'll do it as well.
So if you're listening and you want to be part, that's going to be in June. Yeah, so you can just prepare for that. So thank you all so much, and we're going to meet again when we get to meet. Yesterday we had a session on exploring AI tools. The video is available in our live event section. Please take time and peruse the events. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you when I see you. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.